Welcome to the deep dive. We cut through the noise to find the signals, and today we're diving headfirst into La Liga, specifically Week 34. Quite a mix of results, wasn't it?
Absolutely. We saw everything, those really tight 1-0 wins, some, well, proper goal fests, and even a couple of those tense 0-0 draws.
Exactly. And we've gathered a whole load of match summaries and analyses from the week. Our mission really is to pull out the most interesting bits for you.
Yeah, the key moments, the tactical wrinkles, what it all means without getting, bogged down in every single detail, just the stuff that, well, that really jumps out.
Perfect. So let's get straight into it. Friday night, Rayo Vallecano getting a narrow 1-0 victory over Getafe. Sounds like defense was key.
Oh, definitely. That's what the analysis points towards. Rayo's defense was like incredibly organized. They just shut down the space.
Okay.
And the crucial moment, their winning goal, actually came from a classic counterattack. Absorbed the pressure, Getafe pushed up, and bang, 34th minute, they hit them on the break.
Ah, textbook stuff.
Yeah.
So tactically, what was the dynamic? Rayo sitting deep.
Pretty much, yeah. A really compact block, very congested centrally. It forced Getafe wide, but Rayo's fullbacks and midfielders were quick to close down crosses.
So Getafe had the ball, but not much else.
Exactly that. The possession stats were heavily in Getafe's favor, but creativity, not so much in that final third. They just couldn't find a way through. It makes you wonder about their plan B, really.
Interesting. Okay, moving to Saturday, Alavés holding Atlético Madrid to a 0-0 draw. That's quite something, given Atletico's usual attacking threat.
Yeah, that one raised a few eyebrows. The reports describe it as a real defensive battle. Both sides were, well, incredibly disciplined at the back.
So chances were few and far between.
Very few. The stalemate itself is the story here. For all of Atletico's talent up front, clear-cut opportunities were pretty rare.
Was Alavés just setting out to frustrate them, or Atletico maybe having an off day?
Probably a bit of both. The analysis suggests Alavés had a very clear game plan. Stay compact, maybe 2 banks of 4, deny space between the lines. And Atletico, for their part, well, they just couldn't unlock it. They struggled to find that spark needed against such a well-drilled defense.
Right. Maybe a template for other teams playing Atletico.
Could be, yeah. It shows that denying them space centrally can be pretty effective.
Okay, Saturday also gave us a high-scoring one. Villarreal 4, Osasuna 2. Sounds much more open.
Oh, definitely. A bit of an end-to-end thriller, actually. The analysis really highlights Villarreal's attacking flair.
How did it play out?
Well, Villarreal stormed into a 2-goal lead pretty early on. Looked like they might run away with it, showing great pace and precision.
But Osasuna fought back. 2-2 at one point.
They did. Showed incredible spirit to get back level before halftime. You have to give them credit for that.
So what shifted it back Villarreal's way in the second half?
Villarreal just seemed to regain control, scored 2 more, their wide play was key, apparently fullbacks pushing on, stretching Osasuna's defense. The reports suggest Osasuna, while spirited going forward, just couldn't quite cope defensively with Villarreal's sustained pressure.
Got it. Another Saturday goal fest, Las Palmas 2, Valencia 3. A late winner in that one too.
Yes, another really exciting one, back and forth. Valencia actually went 2-0 up early in this one as well.
Seems to be a theme.
Maybe. But again, credit to Las Palmas, they fought back to make it 2-2. The drama came late, though, with Valencia grabbing the winner from a set piece.
Ah, those set pieces again. Always crucial. What were the tactical styles clashing here?
Well, the analysis points to Las Palmas playing quite a high defensive line. Good for pressing high, maybe, but it left them vulnerable.
To Valencia's pace.
Exactly, vulnerable to quick transitions and balls in behind. Valencia seemed set up to exploit that space, and ultimately that late set piece showed their, resilience and ability to find a way.
Interesting contrast in approach. And finally for Saturday, Real Valladolid 1, FC Barcelona 2. Sounds like Barca had to work for that one.
They certainly did, according to the reports. Barcelona got the early goal, as you might expect, but Valladolid didn't crumble. They got an equalizer, showed real fight.
But Barca found a winner eventually.
Yeah, later in the game. It suggests Barcelona's persistence paid off, even if it wasn't maybe their most fluent performance.
So what made the difference in the end? Just that extra bit of quality?
Probably. The analysis suggests Valladolid were organized, threatened on the counter, but Barcelona's possession game, that patient build-up, just gradually ground them down. They stayed patient and took their chance when it came.
Okay, on to Sunday's matches. First, Real Madrid squeezing past Celta Vigo 3-2. Another close one with late drama.
You guessed it. Very similar pattern, actually, to that Las Palmas-Valencia game. Real Madrid got off to a flyer, 2 goals up early, looked comfortable.
But Celta came back.
They did, yeah. Showed real character to fight back and level it at 2-2. Suggests some good tactical tweaks or just sheer belief from them. But Real Madrid found that decisive third goal late on.
So tactically, how did that play out? Madrid dominating.
Well, Madrid's approach seemed focused on using their wingers, stretching Celta's defense, getting crosses in. Celta looked more dangerous on the counterattack, trying to exploit space left by Madrid's attacking fullbacks.
And the counters worked, up to a point.
Yeah, they got them back level. But in the end, Real Madrid's, sustained pressure and maybe that little bit of extra individual quality just told.
Right. Next up, Sevilla 2, Leganés 2.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fair result based on the scoreline.
Very much so. The reports paint a picture of a really evenly matched contest. It went back and forth. Sevilla led, Leganés equalized, Sevilla led again, Leganés equalized again. Proper seesaw battle.
What were the underlying tactics leading to that draw?
Sevilla seemed to be the more proactive side, trying to attack and dictate play. Leganés, though, were very pragmatic, solid defensively, well-organized, and really effective on the counter.
So Leganés punished Sevilla's mistakes.
That seems to be the case. Their ability to transition quickly and capitalize when Sevilla may be overcommitted was key to them getting the draw. Shows they're a tough nut to crack.
Okay. Sunday also had Espanyol losing 1-2 at home to Real Betis. Analysis suggesting Betis had a tactical edge.
Yeah, that's the feeling. Betis apparently controlled the game more, mainly through keeping the ball. Their possession-based style allowed them to set the tempo.
How did the goals unfold?
Betis took the lead. Espanyol managed to level things up, but Betis found that winner later on. It seems their ability to maintain possession and patiently create openings was the difference. Espanyol defended stoutly and tried to counter, but couldn't hold out.
Makes sense. And then the Basque Derby. Real Sociedad 0, Athletic Bilbao 0. A defensive stalemate.
Exactly. Maybe not the thriller some hoped for, but the reports really praised the defensive organization of both teams. Opportunities were there, apparently, but neither side could make the breakthrough.
So defense is on top.
Completely. Both Sociedad and Bilbao are known for being solid at the back, and, well, those strengths were definitely on show here. They basically cancel each other out. You often see that in derbies, don't you? That fear of losing can sometimes stifle the attacking intent.
True. Okay, that leaves us with Monday night. Girona beating Mallorca 1-0. Another tight one to finish the week.
Yep, another win built on defense. Girona got their goal in the first half, crucially from a set piece.
There it is again.
I know, right? And after that, they just shut up shop. Mallorca apparently had loads of the ball, especially in the second half, but couldn't break through Girona's defense. Real resilience shown by Girona.
So what was the tactical takeaway there? Girona just defending deep and hitting on the breaker from set plays.
Pretty much sums it up. A very compact, organized defensive unit. They made it really hard for Mallorca to find any space in dangerous areas. Mallorca dominated possession, but according to the analysis, just lacked that cutting edge, that bit of magic needed to unlock a determined defense.
Okay, wow. That was quite the tour through week 34. A real mix, as we said. Defensive asshole classes, attacking fireworks, dramatic comebacks.
Absolutely. It really highlights the variety in La Liga. Different ways to win, different ways to grind out results. And yeah, those set pieces proving decisive time and again.
So thinking about the week as a whole, here's a final thought perhaps for you, the listener, to chew on. What do all these results, taken together, tell us about the overall competitive landscape of La Liga right now? Are we seeing any, surprising trends emerging that might change how we see the rest of the season playing out?
That's a great question. I mean, what stands out is just how fine the margins are in so many games. We're seeing teams maybe not considered in that very top bracket showing real tactical smarts and resilience, pushing the bigger clubs all the way.
Suggesting maybe the gap is narrowing, more unpredictability.
Potentially, yeah. It certainly feels like maybe the traditional hierarchy is being challenged a bit more consistently this season. Lots of teams capable of beating anyone on their day if they get their tactics right.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. And if any specific match or tactic we've touched on caught your interest, obviously go explore. Find the highlights, read some deeper analysis. There's always more beneath the surface. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into La Liga Week 34.